So friends, finally my bike has arrived from Chandigarh and you can see the condition of the bike is really bad. It's completely dusty, muddy. Well, today we are going to talk about the pillion riding comfort. So a lot of friends actually asked me that how is the pillion comfort on the Dominar, or in fact if they wanted to go to Ladakh, if at all they are going with a pillion, how should they travel? Okay, so I thought let's make a video on it. So the thing is that the problem in Leh Ladakh roads are that what happens is on our pillion seat actually lot of luggage is mounted. Okay, so for that matter the suspension play is already less because of the weight it comes down, and then when there is a pillion again the weight is more and again the play is little reduced. For that matter the comfort is definitely compromised. So for rider obviously it will not matter much. I mean it will matter even though, but it will not matter as much as it matters for the pillion, because the pillion will have bad comfort level if you say, because first thing is that the rider's seat is quite wide and it is quite comfortable seat, and also if you see the center of gravity also, that is at a different part. I mean you sit at the middle of the bike, so front suspension and back suspension, from both the suspensions you actually I mean most of the shocks are absorbed. So for the pillion, yeah, only the rear suspension works out. And the second problem with the pillion rider is that if you have a saddlebag mounted on your seat, what happens? First thing is that already the seat goes a little bit harder for the rear, I mean for the pillion passenger. If you see, in most of the bikes, if you see, the pillion seat is not so comfortable. So, and on top of that, when the luggage is mounted, so the what do you call, the volume of this thing, your cushion comes down. Okay, so for that matter it is even more harder. So for that matter what I did is I went with the RideonAir. I'll share the link to buy this product online, or even you can rush to some of the nearest store wherever you have a biking store. I mean you can actually visit RideonAir's website to see where it is available. So this is basically air cushion. It's basically air cushion which you can actually inflate to some extent, and then you can mount it on your seat. So it acts as an additional cushion for your seat. And trust me guys, I'll be very honest in this, it was the most comfortable thing in my whole ride. So my wife joined me from Chandigarh. So I started the trip from Kanyakumari. So from Kanyakumari to Chandigarh, I had been like using that seat as my as a seat for me. Okay, so for me the height of the bike was little increased because the seat height itself was like half an inch or 1 inch almost. And but the thing is that the comfort was very nice, because I have observed my other co-riders, they used to have problems with their seat after riding for like 150 200 kilometers continuously or 300 kilometers. But for me it was never mattering, because what happens, this air cushion a seat, I'll just show you the seat. So basically this is the air cushion seat. If you see, the first thing is that in our bikes what happens, the seat cover is of Rexin. So what happens after riding for some time, there is a lot of heat generated, for which you start sweating, and because of that you start feeling that numb bum feel. Okay, so you have that feeling. So also you started developing this rashes and all that after some time, because it continuously sweats and it is actually heat. There is a lot of heat generated from the seat. So that's one issue which you have on long rides. So this is something, if you see, the product is designed in some way that the first thing is that this is a cloth. It is a material, I mean it is a velvet kind of material. So where actually air actually vents in and out. Okay, that is one thing. So there is not a lot of friction and all that, because the heat is not generated basically. Second thing, if you see this part, it is completely a mess. So what happens when this is mounted over the seat like this and you sit over it, and inside this there are like air pockets. I'll just show you. If you see this, it is quite dirty, but I think you can still understand. These are like air pockets inside it. See, and there is like lot of gap between these air pockets. So what happens while riding, the air goes inside this and it flows outside. So inside the seat also there is a lot of air circulation happening. So for that matter, the heat thing is not there. The second thing is that this seat, you should not inflate it to the top extent. I mean, you should not overinflate this. You should only pump in 30% or 40% of air. 30% is actually good. 20 to 30% is the best. Once you pump in air, what happens? It actually takes the shape of your bum. So for that matter, it is quite comfortable. And also what happens now, let's say you're riding for 100, 200 kilometers. After 200 kilometers, what you can do, you can either decrease little bit of air or you can increase. So there is a nozzle here and you can actually easily inflate or deflate this. There is a small pump available with this seat, so that you can use. So what you can do, sometimes you can decrease or increase. So that way what happens, it takes a different shape and the comfortable also increases with that thing. So this is one thing which I would actually advise you guys if you're going for a long ride. I think this is one of the best thing. I have also seen gel seats. So the other friend of mine, he had a Duke 390, he had a gel seat, but he was also feeling the same problem that after some time it starts hurting. So that's all there. So I think that way RideonAir is a good buy. Only just that price is about like 5,000 or 5,500 rupees. I understand it's little quite an expensive thing, but if you see on long run, it's something which is very helpful. Because of this, I didn't have any problem. And then what happened, when my wife joined from Chandigarh, I started using the stock seat and I put this thing on the pillion seat, and she was like very comfortable. Even, I mean, because of the air, so it's kind of a suspension also for her. This one is kind of a suspension for her. And apart from that, again the same thing, because the seat was small and it was hard, but this thing actually absorbed most of the what you call socks. So that way, I think this is the most comfortable thing. If you guys are planning for a long ride with your pillion, I think this is one good thing that you can do. It is actually one-time investment, and this is something which is very easy to mount on your seat. I'll just show you in a video. So this video, actually the next video which is going to play, I have taken this like long time back before my trip. I took that video how to install it. I'll show you that. You can simply see it, and if you are interested, you can buy it online. You can buy it online or you can go to any store and buy it. But this is one good thing. So pillion seat comfort, that's what I observed, that because of that we never had any issues. As far as the domino is concerned, with the luggage it was a little difficult because obviously there was a lot of pressure on the suspension. So if this seat was not there, then it would have been a tough job for us. That's how it is, friends. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up to the video, and you can also share this with your friends, whoever is planning to visit Leh Ladakh or for that matter any long trip with a pillion. I think this is a good thing to follow. So now I'll show you the installation video in a fast forward thing. If you like it, you can see it watch it from here, or else you can simply stop the video. That's all, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye. Seat, and now you just have to put the straps across the seat. So what we are going to do, okay, these straps has got these locks. You can see this locks. So what we'll do, we'll actually mount this thing on the seat itself, and then we'll install the seat, so that while removing it is quite easy. We just have to remove these locks and remove the seat, and the straps should be there, installed there. You don't have to remove them. So let's go ahead. Okay guys, so I have installed this now. You can see this, the straps are like this. This is quite simple to install. It's like this, and then I just have to mount the seat, that's all. And when I'm outside, I just have to unlock these pins, take this seat with you, let the straps be inside that. That's how it has to go. Chalo, let's install. So finally the air cushion has been installed.